Welcome to Mental Models Daily, where we explore one mental model each day to help you elevate your daily decision making. Today, we're examining a concept that reveals the biases that can arise when we're part of a group: in-group favoritism. In-group favoritism, also known as in-group bias, refers to the tendency to favour and prioritise the interests of our own group, while discriminating against or neglecting the interests of other groups. This bias can manifest in many ways, from subtle preferences to overt prejudices. Imagine being part of a sports team. You're more likely to cheer for your own team, even if they're not the best, and criticise the opposing team, even if they're playing well. This is an example of in-group favoritism in action. We tend to identify with our own group and perceive them as superior, while viewing other groups as inferior. In-group favoritism is a natural phenomenon that arises from our evolutionary history. In the past, belonging to a group was essential for survival, and favouring our own group helped to ensure our safety and well-being. However, in today's complex and interconnected world, this bias can lead to problems. For instance, in-group favoritism can lead to prejudice and discrimination against minority groups. It can also result in poor decision-making, as we prioritise the interests of our own group over objective facts and evidence. In business, in-group favoritism can lead to nepotism and favoritism, where decisions are made based on personal relationships rather than merit. So, how can we overcome in-group favoritism in our daily lives? Firstly, we can become more aware of our own biases and assumptions. By recognising our tendency to favour our own group, we can take steps to mitigate this bias and consider alternative perspectives. Secondly, we can actively seek out diverse perspectives and engage with people from other groups. By exposing ourselves to different viewpoints and experiences, we can broaden our understanding and reduce our reliance on in-group favoritism. Lastly, we can establish clear criteria and objective standards for decision-making. By relying on evidence and facts, rather than personal relationships or group affiliations, we can make more informed and unbiased decisions. In conclusion, in-group favoritism is a natural bias that can have significant consequences in our personal and professional lives. By recognising this mental model, we can take steps to overcome it and make more informed, objective decisions. Remember, just because we're part of a group doesn't mean we have to prioritise its interests above all else. By considering multiple perspectives and evaluating evidence objectively, we can make better choices and create a more just and equitable world. Thank you for joining me today on Mental Models Daily. I hope this exploration of in-group favoritism has encouraged you to think more critically about your own biases and assumptions. Until next time, may your decisions be informed and your relationships be fair and equitable. For more mental models, please visit mentalmodelsdaily.com or find us on X or Instagram. Our podcast music was provided by the podcasthost.com and Alitu, the podcast maker. Find your own free podcast music over at thepodcasthost.com/.